What's up guys, welcome back to today's video. Today's going to be a little different, but I hope you enjoy it. Today we'll be talking about my honest advice for Asian men dating in 2022 and what the dating life is like. Okay, disclaimer, I'm not going to say I'm like a dating coach or anything, but this is my personal experience. I've lived on this earth for 24 years and have been quite involved, and here are just my experiences and life stories. So, bam. Right off the bat, I'm not gonna lie. As an Asian guy, I'm just gonna be honest, and I hate to say it, there are a lot of factors working against us. I think number one is lack of representation through the media and movies. If you have noticed, there are no cool, badass Asian guys in the mainstream media, besides like Shang-Chi and a couple other guys, and that's only fairly recent, like the past 2 years. But think of what an Asian guy and the stereotypes are. You have these things working against you, and it is really unfair and it sucks. But I'm not going to say that. You can't do anything about it. Number two, you are not defined by your race, but you will definitely be judged by it. I definitely believe that, in this era of where everyone says, I don't see color, I don't see racism, it's kind of bullshit. Yes, you will be judged by it, but you will never be defined by it, and it's up to you. There are some girls who are super into Asian guys, so there's that going for you. But with that being said, there's also a ton of people who just will not date you because you're an Asian guy. It's fucked up, but that's just the world we live in. So I wouldn't let that bring you down, but these are kind of disclaimers. Here are the benefits of this. As you can tell, I'm an Asian guy, and I've had some pretty good luck dating in this world. I definitely believe that if you're an Asian guy doing online dating, your odds are stacked against you. I just hate to say it, especially online dating. People can be so fucking shallow and will say extremely disrespectful / low-key racist comments, but don't let that bring you down. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be yourself, but there's also a lot of improvement you can do. And obviously there's a healthy balance of like improving and losing who you are in the process. I think if you're an Asian guy, I would stick away from the online dating. Online dating, you might have some success, but unless you're like a top tier, like 1% Asian guy, you probably will be matching with a lot of people that you don't necessarily vibe with or physically attracted to. So I would say do it in person and approach. I know how terrifying it is and how scary it is, but the upsides are quite rewarding because you have the opportunity to display your personality and get to know the girl. But you have to realize that like even in person, sometimes it is a little harder than other people doing it. I know that for the longest time, I would say like race wasn't a limiting factor, but it's all obviously up to you whether you decide if it's limiting. I would say that like it is sometimes a little harder, but like also if you're like an Asian guy that just gets social cues and fucking kills it, you're gonna have an amazing time. But it just kind of comes down to like how you portray yourself, your values, and if you're high status according to yourself, not according to others. So there's that. I also do know a ton of Asian guys that do kill it in the game, so it can give you a lot of hope. Okay, so there's that. Some other things I want to point out is if you are Asian, you have an accent, I'm just gonna be brutally honest, like some girls just will not find that attractive. I think it's just a way people have just been brainwashed and raised. I mean, when you think of an Asian guy, everyone thinks of like the straight A student, the nerdy, shy, passive person. And this really sucks because I remember growing up, I was just thinking, yo, why is like the main character, the super popular kid, is never like, why don't they look like me? You're always like a different race. So think of that, how that ingrains into your mentality growing up. I would say that like, this new generation, we have to inspire and lift each other up. My Asian brothers, like we are here for each other. And obviously there's some difficulty within that, but I would say don't let that define you. I know you're going to have a lot of resistance early on. Once you get over these hurdles, you'll be meeting people who are like more compatible for you and will not necessarily be shallow. I believe that like you can't fuck anything up that's meant for you. If you meet a girl and she's like not about you because you are like Asian or too Asian, I've heard that fucking million times. Like I'll meet these girls and they'll be like, you're way too Asian for me. And that's so fucked up to say. I just hate to say it. But I realize that like, I'm so glad this shallow person said that because we are straight up not compatible and I'm going to move on with my life to find someone who actually vibes with me, enjoys my quirkiness, uniqueness, and my race and ethnicity. So bam, there's that. Things you can do to improve on if you're an Asian guy. Obviously, have a great skincare. Dude, if you're Asian, you have fucking phenomenal skin. You're gonna look like this 17 or 45 forever. Most people can't tell your age. You either look underage or people over guess your age. So you have that. But obviously, wear sunscreen, eat healthy. You're gonna look very, very good when we're like 35, even 40, even pushing 50. We're gonna be gorgeous. Second, work out. We're going to defeat these Asian stereotypes, and it's going to instill so much confidence into you. When you're working out, it is so cathartic. You can literally feel yourself growing and getting better, and it leads to you believing in yourself. And if you feel good, you look good, like, you know, it's like, damn, like, hi, Asian guys are what's up. And number two, we're fucking smart. Like, we're like top of the class. We're killing it in literally every industry. If you look at any study on like income, Asian guys are killing it in tech, finance, blah, 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 blah. Great. So the thing is, we already have our whole lives together and we have great connection and bonds with our family. We respect family and our mothers and, you know, our ancestors. It's like we're everything we need. The only thing a lot of Asian guys are missing is social awareness and social cues. And I'll just say game. You know how to communicate, you know how to effectively communicate your thoughts and just be cool. And this kind of learns by just putting yourself out there. You're not going to get there overnight. And the thing is, a lot of some of the Asians I know are a little more introverted, which is totally fine, but that can be used to your advantage. But don't let that stop you from living the life you want to. If you see a cute girl you want, like, I know it's going to be super terrifying for you. You're probably second guessing yourself. You're probably thinking no. But the thing is, rejection is always better than regret. And it's not about that girl. You have to realize she's just a step in the right direction. And you'll become the man that you want to. This video was a little short, kind of all over the place, but it's something I genuinely like, and I hope that I can give my 2 cents to inspire the generation below. I know that when I was growing up, there's nothing really on YouTube for like guys like me, right? Just, I mean, it was very irrelevant. But I hope that like I can be an inspiration to others, or if not, to even myself. Making these videos and tracking my life it's pretty fucking cool. So as always, namaste and I wish you the best.